Hi, Taylor T. Carlson here, and Power Rangers Lightning Collection action figure review time again. Today we're going to be looking at an exclusive 2-pack of figures from GameStop. This is Mighty Morphin, Rita Repulsa, and Lord Zedd. Rita, of course, the first villain in the series, first major villain, and then Lord Zedd, her superior, comes and replaces her in Season 2, but eventually she comes back and uses a love potion on him, so they become a team to fight the Power Rangers. Lord Zedd's been released as a standalone figure, but the Rita figure is exclusive to this package. So, we'll unbox the package, I'll show off the accessories and figures, and I'll give my final verdict. Top of the box, bottom of the box. This side of the box has a nice likeness of Lord Zedd. This side's got Rita. And then on the back, you've got like a wedding invitation here, which I think is kind of funny. It even says on the front here, like, 25th anniversary. That could refer to, like, I guess the franchise or Rita and Lord Zedd's marriage. And this says right here, the horror of your presence is absolutely required at the marriage of Rita Repulsa and Lord Zedd. I mean, I like this thing already just based on the packaging. So, let's go ahead and get these things out of here. Now, here's a look at everything on the plastic card. We'll take the accessories off first and look at those, and then I'll take the figures out and we can show those up. Now, firstly, Lord Zedd for his staff, there's an energy piece included. Speaking of which, here's the actual staff itself. Lord Zedd comes with 2 interchangeable hands. He's got like a gripping hand and a fist hand. He's just got 2, like, I think slightly closed ones on there by default. He also comes with the green crystal that he used to try to take the Green Ranger's powers away all the way during Season 2. And one of the more fun little surprises included here is Rita and Lord Zedd's wedding cake. It's just monochrome and not colored or anything, but I do appreciate that they included that in here in keeping with the whole wedding theme. Right here we have the love potion that Rita used on Lord Zedd. There's also a bouquet of flowers that Rita can hold, again in keeping with the whole wedding theme. Rita also includes 2 interchangeable hands. For Rita, you gotta have Rita's wand. The wand here is black. I was thinking it was more of like a grayish or like tan color on the show. Kind of hard to tell due to the low quality of the footage, but the shape of this thing is just about perfect. And we'll take a look at the figures now. So let's start off with Lord Zedd. I mean, just looking at this figure, just first impressions alone, the level of detail on this is very high. You got his little exposed brain lines in there, the wires that are keeping him alive, the headpiece here. You got the little Z on the top of his head. And then here's a look at the back, kind of more of the same, but the level of detail they put into this one is pretty surprising. Now for articulation, his head moves up and down, and then also left to right. He's got the ball joint arms that are pretty common with the Lightning Collection. Elbows are articulated. Again, pretty common as far as the articulation in this line goes. The hands can rotate. Like I said, we've got interchangeable hands there as well. His torso can rotate. He's got a nice wide array of motion there. Ball joint legs. Articulated in the knees. These are a little stiff, but that's probably just because I haven't really used the figure much. And then his feet can swivel left to right. And you can also can't really move them up and down a whole lot. I'm not really sure if that's even intended, but they can, rotate and swivel, so that's nice at least. So since we got Lord Zedd out here, why don't we try out some of his accessories? Right here, this is one accessory I forgot to show off when I was unpackaging earlier. He's got the little potion bomb thing that he threw down to Earth to make his monsters grow, so we'll put that in his hand. And his hand is slightly open here, so if you push this in here, it actually fits in there pretty snugly, so that's pretty nice. And he's also got his green crystal here. And This, I think, is just more meant to be a display because I don't really think it's meant to go in his hands because there's not really a good way to get him to hold that. I mean, you could kind of put it in his hands or on his hands, but it's just going to fall off. Again, probably more of a display piece on this end. And we'll try out his interchangeable hands so that we can give him his staff. Again, there we've got his slightly open hand on this side, and we've got a fist hand on this side. And here we've got his Z staff. Problem with this hand is it's very tight, so getting anything in here is kind of a pain. Yeah, getting the staff in his hand is a pretty big pain. You really got to adjust that to get it just right. Once he holds it, it looks pretty impressive, of course. And then he does have this energy piece that you can attach as well. Again, common feature of the Lightning collection. Not really sure what the absolute best way to get this on here is, but you get the idea. You can add that energy effect, and it's nice for displaying your figures and pieces. So now we will put Lord Zed aside, and we'll break out Rita Repulsa. Now, the Rita figure is exclusive to this package, and that's one of the reasons I was so excited to get it, but right from the get-go, you're going to notice one huge problem. This is something I absolutely hate on action figures. Cloth clothing. Cloth clothing can look nice, but it also gets wrinkled very easily. Because the points of articulation are underneath the clothing, it's always really hard to get the figure to do exactly what you want. I mean, I took some of my pictures when I was getting this review together, and just getting her adjusted the way I wanted her was very hard for that reason. I really don't like cloth clothing on action figures. I really think it's something that belongs on dolls and not so much, action figures. So I'll go ahead and just show off Rita real quick, and then we'll take a look at some of her accessories. Now, here's a close-up. Not really a fan of the facial expression on here. She just looks like she's grunting and disgruntled. I mean, she does look like that a lot on the show, I won't deny that, but you think they could have picked a better face to go along with the figure. Now, her actual overall look is pretty accurate with the show. She's got her hair done up in these cones. She's got the piece around her neck. She's got the cone bra. I don't really know why the hell she ever wanted to wear that. And her dress looks pretty authentic. Even on the back, you got like the lower white piece here. Now, under here, there's one piece that fits in with a peg, and that can detach. I don't know if they put that on there because they wanted you to detach the stuff she has on. I don't know why you'd ever want to, so that's a little strange. And then, for articulation, she can move her head up and down, rotate left to right. She's got the ball joint arms, articulated elbows, but again, it's really hard to do anything because it's cloth clothing and the points of articulation are under her clothing. And then she's got her hands here as well that can rotate. She's got those gold wristbands, which those are removable, and they really shouldn't be because they're easy to lose and not really any reason you want to take them off. Ball joint legs down here, but again, she's wearing a cloth dress, so not too much you can do there. Knees are articulated, but once again, we come to the point of, cloth clothing getting in the way. And then I like that they made her shoes actually look like, feminine shoes, so I'll give them that. These pieces can rotate or, move a little. If you look like under the dress, it's just like it's all painted black down here. I mean, I don't know on the show what Rita had under her dress, and I honestly don't want to know, but they just painted that just plain black under there. So, again, she's got a few accessories we can show off. And she's got two alternate hands. We'll put these flowers in her hand first, since she's got her, smaller open hand here, and they'll fit in there. Okay, there we go. She's got her flowers. I guess even an evil witch like Rita likes flowers. Go figure. We'll go ahead and switch out her hands now. Now, her hands are really hard to get out of here. That's one of the first things I noticed when I got this figure. Like I said, these little golden bracers she has on, those are removable too, but I just don't see any reason why you'd want to remove them. Personally, I think those should have just been permanently attached to the figure. Okay, there we put her alternate hands on, so she's got a fist and she's got an open hand now. And maybe we can put her little love potion in there. If you push that down, that actually fits in there pretty decently. Looks pretty good. So, she's also got her magic wand, so that's the big thing. Might have to put her other hand back on for her to hold that, because this open hand is like, very open. This can't really grip something as wide as the wand, so we'll put that one back on. Okay, and I just put the gripping hand we had her flowers in a moment earlier back on. We'll try to fit the wand in her hand now. And I'm just kind of sliding it in, vertically, see if we can go that route. Then I actually got her to hold it, fairly decently. The problem is the wand itself isn't really wide enough, so it just kind of dangles around in here at times. I actually got her to hold it okay right there. I mean, getting her to pose with this and getting her to stand up is going to be the real challenge. So overall, I think the Rita figure, it actually looks pretty decently. It'll make for a good display piece, but the cloth clothing just makes it a nightmare to play with and pose and get to stand how you want it to be. So, my final verdict here, the Rita figure, again, looks nice, but the cloth clothing really ruined it for me. Lord Zed, on the other hand, looks very impressive. I don't know if this is the same Lord Zed figure exactly that's sold separately. If anyone has that, comment down below and let me know, because I'm kind of curious about that myself. But my advice to you is, even though this is kind of a neat exclusive to GameStop, I would probably still just buy the Lord Zed figure separately, because you're not missing much by not having this Rita figure. And I don't know if it really justifies the cost. I mean, if GameStop has another screaming sale on this and they get it back in stock, then by all means go for it. Just don't over-expect, because, again, not the biggest fan of the Rita figure here. Do you collect the Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures? And have you picked up this Rita Lord Zed Wedding 2-pack yet? Comment down below and let me know what you think if you've managed to find one. Also, remember to subscribe to my channel, because I'm always posting new videos. And be sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. See you next time.